Hello, welcome. It's another show of Weighted to Win. It's great to be back on the show in the hot seat. Just some feedback on Clyde. He's obviously doing very well, and we're hoping to have him back in the next couple of weeks. I know that he's in good spirits. He's been watching every day the show, and we're going to dedicate this show to Clyde Basil. I know that Daryl and Darren wouldn't mind me doing that. So we're going off to the Western Cape. We've got racing out at Hollywood Bets Durbanville on this Wednesday afternoon. So what I'm going to do is quickly dive into the betting for race number 1. The market's got number 6, We Can Go All Night, now 12 to 10. Number 4, Silver Falcon at 17 to 10, and it's 11 to 2 and better those. All right, Darren, good morning. Welcome to the show. Good to have you on board. Certainly looking forward to racing out at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. My apologies, I did say Wednesday, but it's Tuesday. We've lost track of the days and the dates with no racing on a Monday. What do you like in race number 1?
Well, Brandon, when I opened the card yesterday, I actually labeled this horse We Can Go All Night. Now, reason why, last time out the 1100 meters on the sharp side, and Silver Falcon loves the heavy and soft conditions, and he managed to get away at the right time. Now that the track's firmed up to 22 penetrometer at Durbanville, it's going to be running very quick. And I think We Can Go All Night's going to be slicing through the field. He is better off at the weight with Silver Falcon on that last run. And he was 2 to 1. He's now 12 to 10. I think that's more the right price. So I'm going all in We Can Go All Night to open the meeting.
Yeah, Sean Veal, he's riding at the top of his game. He's certainly a man that's getting the opportunities. He's delivering, and we wish him all the best for the season. As is Eric Sands, he's got some lovely horses at the moment. Daryl, we will come and have a chat to you in a moment. I just want to refresh the market once more for the viewers. 12 to 10, the 6 We Can Go All Night. I see Silver Falcon has now shortened into about 16 to 10, and it's 11 to 2 and better those. Good morning. Dan,
Morning,
good to see you. I know that Clyde Word doing well back at home.
Yeah, apparently yesterday was one of his best days thus far. So it looks like he's on the mend and getting stronger each and every day. Yeah, Brendan, this horse We Can Go All Night. I mean, he's turned the corner since he's been gelded. I think he is ahead of his rating. I was going to banker him, but I just don't want to go firstly with a bipod. So I have backed him up with Silver Falcon. I think Silver Falcon, he's obviously enjoyed the heavy conditions recently. I don't know how he's going to go on a fast run track, and there is some pace in the race with After the Rain, who happens to be owned by the same owner as We Can Go All Night, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah. So I definitely have a preference for We Can Go All Night. I think he just needs some luck in running. He's going to be given a chance from a wide draw, and I expect him to get there in time. I expect him to mow them down. 6 from 4 for me, Brandon.
Yeah, the Silks of the Palmers. They're well represented over here with After the Rain and We Can Go All Night. Let's go and put those selections up. Let's see what we're doing in the first this afternoon. It's racing out at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. It is an 8-race program, which means naturally the bipod's going to start in the first. Daryl Marie's going to go 4 and 6 just to be safe in leg 1. By Banker 2, by 2, 4, 5 and 6, by 1, 2 and 4, by 2, 3, 4, 6 and 9, by 4 and 6, and the spend is 240 Rand. Let's move along to race number 2, and this is where the place accumulator gets underway. The market at the moment in the second race has your favourite number 2 at even money, so very short. 3 Pineapple Mint Green at 9 to 2, the 7 Nile the Boss at 9 to 2, and it's 15 to 2 and better those. All right, Darren's on the line with us all the way in the Western Cape. Darren, what do you like over here? Is this even money shot going to be a banker in the PA?
Should be good enough for the PAs, Brandon. I thought good efforts to date in her first 2 starts. Andre Null's stable have had a lot of winners lately, especially at Durbanville. She does hold Nile the Boss on that last effort behind Musical Arts, only by a length and a half, so there shouldn't be too much between numbers 2 and 7. There is a lot of talk in the Western Cape for La Pequanita, number 10. They're expecting a big run. I had a look. I think there's a scratching. She comes into 9. it is tricky. When you draw 9 out of 9 over 1,000 meters at Durbanville, you gotta need luck in running because they start right on the bend. You don't want to get caught 5 wide around the bend. So you can include it into your trifectas.
Yeah, scratched in the race is number 6, Brave Winter, that won't be taking part. Daryl, we're going to take our chances. Banker number 2 over here.
I think she's definitely the right filly, Brandon. You know, last time out, and take a listen to this, Brandon. She ran third. She was beaten a length and 3/4. Now, 2.5 lengths further behind her were fillies like Trip to the Woods and De Janeiro. They've both won indirectly since then. So she had the beating of them by 2.5 lengths or more. Now, her biggest rival is Pineapple Mint Green. Now, take a listen to this. She was beaten by Trip to the Moon and De Janeiro. But, on the other hand, this form line has been outstanding, the Winter Rainfall form line. Trip to the Woods has won. Candy Town has won. Nordic Quest has won. And De Janeiro have won. So, she's going to make natural improvements in her second start. But if you, excuse me, Brandon, if you use Trip to the Woods and De Janeiro as the line fillies, the favorite is the right one. So I'll bank her in the PA.
Okay. Yep, you've heard it from the guys. Let's start off with a banker in the first leg of the place accumulator. Let's pop those selections up. Daryl Marie going to banker number 2 in leg number 1 by 2, 4, 5 and 6, by 1 and 4, by 3 and 4, by 4 and 6, by 3 and 7, by 4, 6 and 7. 192 rand the spend, and you need to be on by 20 past 1. Pick 6 starts now in race number 3. The favourites over here is number 4, Ragnar Lothbrok at 3-1. 6, What Estate at 4-1. 7, Berenbergs at 9-2. And it's 15-2 and better those. Darren, it looks to be an open race. A few of these horses have obviously been around the block. What are we expecting? I mean, Ragnar Lothbrok's your 3-1 favourites. Any word from Adam Marcus how What Estate's doing?
Not yet. I haven't asked Adam yet, but I do like Ragnar Lothbrok quite a lot. He ran in a strong race last time out behind Silver Falcon. He was lashing home late. He's beaten Week and Go All Night. He ran off Dance Varieties as Frank the Form. I think from a good draw, he's really come on with the blinkers fitted in his last few starts. I think he'll take a lot of beating. Dangers. Berenberg. The trip could be slightly on the sharp side, but he could be competitive. And What Estate with 52.5 kilos back on a firm track, she'll do well. So 4, 6 and 7.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you've heard from Darren what he thinks of this particular race. I think it's very trappy. Very difficult race. A horse that I've always been a big fan of is right at the bottom of the page, Elusive Trader. I know not getting any younger, but on his day he can certainly run. Daryl, can you help us? Can you make a case for Elusive Trader, or have you given up?
I think he's always got a place chance. Just gets there too late. I don't know. Yeah, he'll be doing his best work late, Brandon. Have a look at the best weighted over here. The filly comes up trumps. What Estate? She's 6 pounds best in, 3 kilograms. She loves a course and distance. Yeah, she should run a decent race. You know, a horse that will improve is number 5, Rod the Mod. He's going to love the going on top. He's very quick. Only got 55.5 to shoulder. And if you have a look at the horses on his inside, they don't have that early gate speed, so he should be able to get there quite easily. Then Ragnar Lothbrok. You know, Brandon, which trainer gets the most excited when they have a winner? I think it's either between Piet Buerter or Ziesman Oosthuizen. I mean, to see them in the winners' enclosure, I love it. I love it when they have winners. One day,
Two wonderful guys.
Yeah, one day when I get back into ownership, I'd like to have a horse with Piet Buerter, although he's in a different province. If I do have one in Cape Town, it will be with Piet. Like Darren touched on, by now we'll know if that form line has been franked with Weekend Golden Out or Silver Falcon winning from there. Yeah, he's the quality horse in the race. He's just got a big weight to shoulder, and obviously he's going to be coming from off the pace. Let's hope he can get there in time. I've played it a bit wider in this race. I went all of numbers 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Trappy race. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections. I'm sure the guys are going to go wide or not. Pick 6, Darren Burrows. I thought they would have gone a good few horses in the first leg, but Darren of the opinion only 4, 7 can win it. Ragnar Lothbrock or 7, Berenberg. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 and 10 in the second leg. By 3, 6 and 9. By 1, 4, 5 and 6. By 2 and 5. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 2,352 Rand is the spend. And the big one of the afternoon, the pick 6 starts at 13.55. Let's go to the first jackpot, race number 4. It's over 1,000 meters. The market at the moment, number 10, Jury Duties at 19 to 10. It's Richard Ferry for Adam Marcus. Number 4, Bullet at 4 to 1, and it's 5 to 1 and better those. Darren, this was Jury Duty. Done nothing wrong in its career. Gets the services of Richard Ferry. Just needs to beat that awkward draw. Must have an outstanding winning chance.
Well, Brandon, if she can beat the draw, she's pretty much a winner. She is best weighted. Adam says she tries so hard. You know, she's got a big heart. She is limited, but she does try so hard. She's got the deep draw to contend with, and that has to be a concern. If she can get in, she hasn't got much time to get in from that bend, but if she can get in one of the fence, she's going to take a lot of beating. If you're looking for dangers, I found a bit of a roughie Bonanza. Now, 3 runs back on the firm going, he got beat ahead by Night Tiger. His last 2 runs were in heavy going, and he didn't quite perform. So you got to include him. Charlie Malone, Bullet, got chances, and Persistence and Final Move not out of it. But let's see if Jury Duty can get across, and she should take all the beating.
All right, so Jury Duty, a lot is going to hinge on the fact whether or not the 6-year-old Bay Mare can try and beat that draw. But when you've got Richard Ferry, you've always got a chance. Daryl, what do you like in this race?
I know she's best weighted, but I think she needs to beat the weights, not the draw. Go back to that run beyond She's a Captain, Brandon. A horse like Bonanza is 11.5 kilograms better off for 2 lengths. Then when Jury Duty beat Bonanza, he's now 9 kilograms off. He's got the draw. He doesn't act on a soft track. I cannot believe his price. I mean, I know he was as big as 12 to 1. He's currently 8 to 1. He's 8 to 1 in the favourites, 18 to 10. And he's got the favourite stone cold at the weights. I think he's a massive price. No doubt in my mind he's the value in the race. I got respect for Bullet and Charlie Malone. Charlie Malone improved with the blinkers last time out. Bullet, obviously Bernard got a feel from him. He knows him better. I think he's going to be ridden more positively this time around. And Lucinda's horses are running well at the moment. So for me, no doubt, the value in the race, Bonanza, on a fast track, drawn 1, goes well over the course and distance, a 1 and a second, 55.5 to shoulder. I think he'll go very close to winning.
I like the confidence. You're getting 8 to 1 at the moment about Bonanza. Grant Fanico gets the ride for Paul Reeves. You'll be looking out for those pink silks. Let's go and put those selections up on the screen. Let's see what we're doing in the first jackpot. Darren Burrows going 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 and 10. By 3, 6 and 9. By 1, 4, 5 and 6. By 2 and 5. 168 Rand is the spent. The second jackpot. I think this is going to be a nice jackpot to follow. Favourites in the first leg, starting race number 5, is number 9, Unconquerable Lady at 5 to 2. Catalaya number 3 at 33 to 10. Number 6, Lady Lookalike at 7 to 2. And then it's 15 to 2 and better those. Darren, this was Unconquerable Ladies, your 5 to 2 favourite. Catalaya, very good winner last time out, has now moved to the Greg Enyon stable. That's second favourite at 33 to 10. What do you like in this race?
Well, I give Catalaya a big chance with a new stable. She won just, what was it, a week or 2 ago. She was an impressive winner. I thought she beat a fair sort in Among the Clouds. You've got Lady Lookalike, impressive winner in her second start. She could show further improvement. And last but not least, Unconquerable Lady. I thought that was a solid effort last time out, and she could be above average. So 3, 6, and 9, the top of the betting boards.
Okay, yeah, Catalea, I see, got the 3 points for that last win. Richard Ferry gets the ride, 61.5 kilograms, drawn 3, new stable. Daryl, I know you guys labelled this horse Catalea last time out. In fact, you were supremely confident would get a big run for our money. 3 points. Can she go back to back? I mean, I like the way she knuckled down to get the job done. And like Darren just said, beats a very nice horse in the form of Among the Clouds.
Absolutely. I'm not worried about the penalty whatsoever. I'm worried about the slightly shorter trip. She's coming back to 12.50. That's my only concern. I don't know if she's a 7 furlong filly. Excuse me, Brandon. But one thing's for certain, she's by Silvana, and I think the penny's finally dropped for her. She's got the chance of going on with things now. I think the value in the race could be number 4, Little Miss Pink. She's actually 2.5 kilograms better off with Catalea on the Where's the Party run. She's come right down to a 74, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. She's never far off them. And you know how well Bernard's riding currently, Brandon. I don't know if you saw his ride on Cafe Culture. Did you?
I did. He's nice and strong. Good to have him back here, Daryl.
Yeah. So I think she represents the value. I'm worried about Lady Lookalike. You know, she won on a heavy track. Now it's a fast 12.50 at Durbanville. Let's see how she goes. She could be well above average. And I'm worried about Unconquerable Lady's latest form line. So for me, I've gone 3 and 4 over here, Brandon.
Catalea and Little Miss Pink. Those are the 2 horses for Daryl Marie. Let's put up those selections. It is the start of Jackpot 2. Daryl Marie is going to go 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9 to make sure that we're safe in leg 1 by 4 and 6, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by 4, 6, and 7. 240 Rand the spend. 5 past 3 is the off time, and this race is over 1,250 meters. 1,600 meters the trip for race number 6, and the favorites number 6 My Flower Fate at 5-2, number 4 Veronica Mars 15-4, 11-2 and better those. I'm going to go to Darren first on the line. Darren, it looks to be quite an open race. I think you can make a case for a number of horses.
Definitely. I thought 4 runners is enough here. Now Veronica Mars, this filly's quite decent on her day. I know she's getting on a bit, but her rating's at a very competitive mark. The drop in trip's going to suit because she hasn't won beyond a mile, really. So I think back to the mile trip, better off at the weights with a horse like Lady Silvana on collateral form. I think Veronica Mars could have one more win in the tank. Now, Lady Silvana also best over this sort of trip, and the drop in trip from a 1 draw should be competitive. My Flower Fate, the Lucinda Woodruff stables in form. She's 1-2 from 3. She stepped up from Maiden Company into a class 4 and 1. She'll be competitive. And Fleeting is a roughie that I included. So all of 4, 1, 5, and 6.
I actually want to ask Daryl Marie about this horse, Fleeting. I think what jumps off the page for me is now that Fleeting's back at Hollywood Bets Durbanville, the 5-year-old Bay Mare gets the services of Richard Ferry for Brett Crawford. Daryl, do you make a case for this horse, Fleeting? I mean, surely you got to think that loves this track.
Course and distance, she's impeccable over here, Brandon. 4 runs for 2 wins in a second. So have a look at the best weighted column. She's actually joint best in over here. So there's a lot in her favor. I just haven't included her in this lineup. Excuse me, Brandon. Let's see. You know, this filly, I don't know if you've seen her, My Flower Fate. Have you seen her?
I haven't.
She's such a big, solid filly. She's only going to improve with racing, and she only got a 2 kilogram penalty. She's only 1 kilogram out with the best weighted. And here's a filly that's basically unexposed. She's only had 3 starts to date. So one has to believe we haven't seen the best of her yet. Whereas a lot of the fillies and mares that she meets over here are sort of in their place. They've had their chances.
Sure.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see her score the hat-trick, to be quite honest. Excuse me, Brandon. But I also like what Darren's touched on, Veronica Mars. Last time out, I thought that was a very commendable effort. If you recall that race, Bernard Fairherb was riding a filly called Young Love, and he was walking up front, and the pace didn't suit this filly. So I thought she did extremely well to run on and finish where she did. In that race, if I'm not mistaken, was Barathian, or not? Oh no, the winner, Lovey Rose, came and ran a close third behind Barathian. So I think they're going to go a slightly quicker pace over the mile, and she'll be doing her best work late. So I made it between numbers 4 and 6. If you want to go wider, add in the 5 Fleeting.
Yeah, perhaps that'll keep us safe over there. So Veronica Mars, Fleeting, My Flower of Fate, that's probably where the winner's going to come from. Let's put those selections up. Let's see what we're doing over here. Darren Burrows says we must go and have a place bet on Veronica Mars. That's number 4, the 6-year-old Bay Mare, Grant van Niekerk for Justin Snaith. He suggests we take 100 places on this individual. And if you're going to have a bet, race 6 goes off at 15.40. Race number 7, the favourites over here is number 6 at 3-1, the 7s at 33-10, it's 4-1 and better those. Darren, short and sweet, what do you like over here in this race? I think there's a few horses that we could find some value.
Well, Brandon, I like this horse, Kingdom of Heaven. I know he came to the course with a reputation and they expected him to be their classic horse. And when he took on Charles Dickens receiving 9 kilos, I thought he would just about win. He ran disappointing. He went to Durban last time out, no kind of run. In this type of company, stepping up in trip, Bernard Fairherb, I'm hoping he can bounce back to win, best and win. But you got to have your doubts about him.
Yeah, I know they've always thought quite a bit of Kingdom of Heaven. He's a 4-year-old bay gelding. He's obviously a horse that shows a lot back at home. Daryl, can he bring that work to the course today? Only the race is going to tell us, but there's no doubt they think quite a bit of him.
Yeah, let's hope he can show his true ability, Brandon, because there's no doubt the stable have been disappointed with what he's shown to date. Yeah, I didn't really like the look of this race. I went field in my jackpots. One horse that I think the penny has finally dropped is St. Silas, number 3, being by Silvano. I think he needed to maybe strengthen up, and possibly did just that when he was rested after his penultimate start. Let's see, maybe he can go on with things now. But I know he beats an average field in an open maiden. He now has to step up to the plate, but I actually think he's capable.
So that's St. Silas, number 3. Sean Veal rides for Eric Sands. Let's put up those selections. Let's see what we're doing over here. Win bet for Darren Burrows on Kingdom of Heaven in hope that he can bounce back, put his best foot forward, and he should go very close to winning. This particular race goes off at 4:10. The final race, your favourites over here is number 7, Zippy Over at 14-10. Number 6, Lucy the Pink at 22-10. That's 9-2 and better those. Old sparring partners, Darren. Which way are we going in the lucky last?
Well, Brandon, I thought could be very tricky this race, because when you look at horses like Zippy Over and Lucy the Pink, they pulled 7 lengths clear of the third horse. That was in the heavy conditions. A lot of horses in that race didn't handle the going. That's the reason these 2 horses pulled clear. It could be a whole different ball game here. So I haven't taken any chances. I went the field.
Short and sweet for Darren Burrows. He's gone field. Let's see what Daryl Marie likes. Daryl, Lucy the Pink, Zippy Over. They're going to get into a fight again, I'm sure. One's at 14-10. The other's pretty much on 28-10. What do you like?
Yeah, that has to be a major concern. They were strung out like steeplechase margins in that race, in the heavy going. Now it's a hard, firm going at Durbanville. It's a different ball game. But if you watch that replay, I mean, Grant van Niekerk never moved on her. It was an effortless victory. If you like her, you have to respect Lucy in the Pink. But I think the value in the race has to be number 4 of here, Winter Scout. I thought her comeback effort wasn't bad whatsoever. She was in need of it and she was dropped out. Stayed on nicely. Flat second run after rest. Goes well over the distance. Have a look at her rating, Brandon. Right down to a 77. So for me, number 4, Winter Scout to show improvements.
Perfect. Let's put those selections up. You've heard from the guys. Last race, exacta box for Daryl Marie, 4, 6 and 7. Spend is R6. A big thank you to all the viewers out there. Hopefully you've made a bit of cash. We'll chat for tomorrow's racing in KwaZulu-Natal at Hollywood Bets. Graham.